I got a lot of love for the people in this room. I started my career with AAA with a nice group of individuals in the direct sales unit and the leaders that were managing us at that time. And what I'm thankful for is working for an organization that allows us to build each other up. When we fall, we can pick each other up. And we are always looking for ways to improve on our sales skills and hit certain goals, get to the next level. I was fortunate enough to go through this sales excellence class in Modesto in October. And prior to that, I found a nice groove with my sales and my approach, and things were going the way I wanted them to. But I still wanted to participate in this class because I still had some things that I needed to improve on, and I didn't know how to get there. September, prior to the class, 16% of quoted products closed the same day. I'm talking to them, they're buying. 16%. 20% of those were closing within 7 days of our discussion. And for the month of September, my close rate was 43%. So in October, immediately after our final day of class, I saw instant results from the skills and the training that I learned on how to connect with our members in a more natural way and really actually mean it. It's more than just, here's a quote, here's our product, this is what we got, will it work? It was so much deeper than that. And the first 2 weeks I closed at 100% for 2 weeks. Everybody I talked to, 100%. Let's see here. 63% of the people I talked to purchased the same day versus 63%. 83% within 7 days. And for the month of October, my close rate went up to 61%. Just real quick on the other two. November, 72% bought the same day, close rate was 69%. December, 60% the same day, 72 within the same week. For the month of December, which is typically very slow for a lot of us, my close rate was 75%. Wow. The whole purpose of me being here is to share that with you guys because all of us has the opportunity to go through this course, regardless of your tenure, regardless of your club level, whether you've been with us for 40 years, 30 years, 10 years, or a couple months. Some of the new hires have already gone through this class. And there's just so much in there. Initially, when I was asked to do this, I was hesitant, honestly. Because in the past, I've been on a sales action plan. I know what that feels like. But that's not what this is. It's really just sharpening those tools and getting some new ones in the process. And I'm very thankful for the opportunity to go through this. When I was in the San Jose Roadshow, during one of the breaks, I heard an agent say, you know, we're at the beginning of a new year, we're all starting from zero now. And I wanted to say something, but I didn't. That's the wrong way of thinking. We all start at platinum, and we just have to find a way to keep that. I didn't think like that, though, before this class. I would be the one saying the same thing. Here we go again, new year. When we were in that course, I happened to just glance through some pages, and I came across a quote that I've never seen before, but some of you may know it. Abraham Lincoln, give me 6 hours to chop down a tree, I'll spend the first 4 sharpening my axe. It's all preparation. Instead of chopping away for 6 hours, prepare first, be ready, and then you're going to execute a lot quicker, more efficiently, more effectively, more consistently. Some of the things that I learned to do better was drawing out more information from our clients in our discussions, keeping them engaged in conversation. So they're providing me more information about really why they're here. What do they really want? Is it the cost? Was it the service? And sure, we can ask, did you have a bad experience or was it a bad claims experience? But within that answer, there's about 5 more answers that you can use later in the conversation. I want to use James's report card that we went over this morning. In the past, when I would get an F, a client walked up to me to get a quote. Those were hard conversations. Those were hard sales for me. Those were hard people to relate to. I love getting an F now because I realized they're in that situation because of somebody else, not because of something I did. So let me find a way to correct that. Let me show you what we can do. Let me show you what I can do for you. I love F's and D's coming in. The A's, I love them, but they're not as fun as the F's and D's that I get. The A's and the B's, those are the clients that are referring business, but the F's and D's aren't going to leave me because I was able to get into a different space that nobody else could. I'm going on my 16th year in the insurance industry. And from prior to even selling, just in the training class, and throughout all those years, it's always been pushed in my mind and coworkers' minds that sales is a numbers game. The more you quote, the more calls you make, the more events you attend, the more networking you do, the more referrals you ask for, the more you're going to sell. Which is true. But the part that I didn't realize until going through this class is that you also need to be prepared to overcome objections and find out real reasons as to why they're trying to push back. But even more importantly, on how to close a sale. Now, in the past, I asked for a sale. I did everything that I needed to close the sale, and I asked for the sale. And that would come out something like, your down payment's $300. We can make that happen with a Visa or MasterCard today. Will that work for you? They'd say no, we'd find out why. But it wasn't really built up. It was just, here we are, we're at the end of the quote, are we going to do this? Now, going through this course, I learned some different techniques. And so I use a closing combination, where it's a soft close approach. A soft close approach, and I finish it with an assumptive close. And that sounds something like, you've been a AAA member for the last 10 years. You've had some great experiences with us. We were there for you every time you needed us to. Now we're looking at moving over your auto insurance, and by bundling your home insurance with us, you found out about these discounts, and our home insurance coverage just dominates over what you've been paying for, and we're going to save you money on the home. Sure, the auto's a little bit more, but the value that you're going to get by bringing all this over and allowing me to represent you is huge. I'm going to go to bat for you every time. All I have to do is process your payment. I'll print out your paperwork, get your signatures, and we're done. So prior to that, they're saying yes. I did say that, yes. And this is what we got to do. And that's how those close rates jumped. Those same day sales jumped. I really want, and I didn't do a good job with stressing this enough. This is for everybody. Platinum agents, you guys work a lot of hours. This is going to allow you to run more efficiently and put that time on other stuff. Maybe you have a high cancellation rate. Maybe there's, 15, 20,000 in new business that you're losing each month. That hurts you guys a lot more than it does for me. So you can spend some of that time working that stuff. Not to say that you don't, I know you do. But you're gonna have a little bit more time doing that. And some of the outbound skills that you'll get in this class will help you make that happen. The gold agents, silver agents, pushing you to the next level. Below target agents, I've been there. I know what that's like. And bronze agents. There's just so much in this class that you can gain from. Everybody in here will win. I guarantee you, if you take the 4 days out of the rest of your career to go through this class, you'll thank yourself. I promise. Probably the most important thing that I really gained from all of this was being mindful of how I think. And going back to the Abraham Lincoln quote, in preparation, my preparation starts the moment I wake up and how I'm thinking at that moment for the rest of the day, and how I get ready, and how I'm driving to work, and how I get to the office and communicate with my coworkers. And am I going to give in to some negative conversation about last weekend, or am I focused over here on doing something? That's part of my preparation process. The other side of it is, obviously being present in the moment, becoming a professional and delivering at your top in the conversations, being engaged in the member, connecting with them. And I realize the more you can keep a member talking, the more they're actually going to equip you to close a sale. They're actually giving you the tools right then and there in those conversations to make that sale happen. It's just a nice feeling. It's been a long time since I felt so confident that I'm not worried about the rate increase. I'm not worried about the next rate increase either. That's not a factor for me. That I can actually take time to not be in my office quoting and selling and working on stuff, but being here and talking to you guys, because I know I'm going to get those sales anyways. A year ago, I probably would be in the office. I wouldn't be out here doing this. I really hope you guys consider it, the sales excellence class. It's worth it, and that's why I'm here. I'm here to